Hello, I have the plastic end of a tuning peg that was slightly marred by me. I did it accidentally and did it with a pair of pliers. So I dropped it into a cup with some boiling water to heat it up, and I have a cutting block here, which is a rough cutting block from the knife marks which are in it, which again, it is a plastic cutting block, probably polyurethane, if I had to guess. And I just take this, again, drop it into the boiling water, stir it around so it gets good and warm. I'd leave it in there for a couple of minutes. I've already done this several times. I'm doing it strictly for demonstration purposes now. I'd leave it in there for at least a minute, if not more. And it should be, again, scalding, boiling hot. And this works for my guitar, which is a Harmony. If your tuning peg is not plastic, I do not advise this. In fact, do this at your own risk. This is what I do. So just go at it real slow. Go at it real slow. You're just make one or two, three passes and pick it up and look at it. I'm not putting any pressure. I'm just holding it in my hands and making some small circular patterns, little circles. That seems to work the best. An orbital motion. Put it back down the places that you see that need to be smoothed or flattened. And you can initially take a knife and try to push things back into place if you have an area that's sticking out. In other words, if you've really marred it to where the plastic's standing up on end, take your knife like this and try to push it back into place. Think of it as putty, and you're shaping it. Then you can come to this finishing step. And I tell you what, I believe some of the plastic from the cutting board is transferred on to this surface of this tuning peg. But if you used a file on this, a metal file, you would ruin it. That's why I'm using a plastic cutting board, which makes this very simple. Make sure you clean the cutting board when you're through. You want to wash it off and not leave any residue on there that might get on your food. And I don't see the places anymore. They're basically gone. One side looks near perfect. The other side has a slight little place. But the trick is, don't get in a hurry. Study what you're doing. Make sure you're filing areas that need to be filed, or you're rubbing it over an area that's not smooth yet. But trust me, if you run this thing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, you are going to have a flat plane rather than a round, smooth edge like you want. You'll create more of a problem. Go slow. and study what you're doing. Again, that's all there is to it. It's ready to go back on the guitar. Just push it back on. Thank you. I hope this helped you. Jesus loves you. God bless everybody.